The day's massive training exercise was called informally an Afghan show of force. And indeed, the event was a giant combination of infantry, special operations forces, explosive experts, armor, artillery, and air support.
We are always talking about capacity, but many people don't know about capacity. Today, you are the witness.
The general was referring to a complex combat exercise that played out for several hours across the vast army training grounds in the desert east of Kabul. It is remarkable that this event was planned and executed independent of foreign military mentors.
The special thing was that all the planning was done by the Afghan military. The foreigners were not involved.
For the members of parliament and other military and civil leaders in attendance, the multiple simultaneous engagements with mock insurgents might have appeared like chaos. But it was all coordinated from an Afghan command center, which had to ensure that certain threats were neutralized in target areas before other combat elements were introduced.
A difficult exercise was the descent from the helicopters. If the insurgents were in the same area, if they had not been detected, they could have destroyed the descent because we came down behind the insurgents. So this was a hard operation.
But the other difficulty was with the improvised explosive devices, or IEDs.
We have an IED war in Afghanistan. We don't have a face-to-face war. All is IED war here, and suicide attacks. If we are able to discover an IED and defuse it, we will gain a lot more success in Afghanistan.
To this end, developing the Afghan EOD, or Explosive Ordnance Disposal Team, is a high priority for the Afghan military. The timing of this event is important, coming after the first round of voting in the presidential election, and amid some uneasiness about the transition of power in the country.
We wanted to have a large combat exercise so that the Afghan people would become aware that the Afghan military is strong and can maintain security in Afghanistan. And if the elections go to a second runoff, they can maintain security for another election as well.
Jeff Holden in Kabul for NATO Channel.